Okay, so thanks for joining me. And today we're going to just start on our back. And just settle in to your mat for a moment. Allow your shoulders to just fall down and your toes to open up for a moment. Even your palms open up here. And create a length in your spine, which means like pull your head so your long neck becomes lengthened. And just notice your breathing before we begin and how you feel. What emotion is it that you're feeling? And sometimes we can't even name it. And then bring your hands up over your head and have a really long stretch. Stretch through your heels and stretch through your fingers and just wake your body up here. Maybe moving your body back and forth just to get a little bit more length in your spine. And we're going to start our day in what I call pickle pose. Really, it's like making yourself into a banana. Or a C. See if you can stretch your legs to the right and your arms to the right while leaving your body heavy on the ground. And you can stay here, or if you're stretching to the right, you can take your left foot over the top of your right ankle, just for a little bit more of a stretch. And in this little curve, just breathe in. There's a little muscle down there in your lower spine that you might feel. There are muscles everywhere actually, because we don't usually lay like this. So just breathe in here. And then come back to the center slowly and curve yourself to the other direction. And if you want a little bit more, take the inside leg and cross it over at the ankle. And keep stretching here in this C position. Just a gentle side stretch to begin your morning. So we have a lot of muscles around our abdomen, our lower abdomen that strengthen, that hold up our spine, and so sometimes these muscles, we can feel them, they feel like our lower back muscles. That's what we're going to just stretch this morning a little bit. And then inhale, get really long, inhale. And exhale, just roll over to the side. And press yourself all the way up to a seated position. And come on into your tabletop position. And press your right leg straight behind you. And feel your balance here for a moment. 10 fingers spread, pressing through your heel, long neck. Continue your breath. And then cross that leg behind the other leg and just drop it on the ground. And then take your gaze over to the left and look behind you at that left toe. Yeah, for just a gentle side stretch and breathe. Breathe into your sides. And then slowly come back, straighten your leg out, like kick through, press through your heel, and then lower it down. Good. And then go to your opposite leg. Press through your heel. Create that length. Feel your long, strong spine. Activate your breath here. Like become conscious of how you're breathing. And then cross that leg behind you over the other foot. And just set it down on the floor. And then look at your toe. And breathe deep. listen to your breath coming in and out. We don't really take the time to listen to our breath. So just listen to it this morning. And then straighten it back out. Create that length you need in your body. And lower it down. Let's do a couple cat and cows just to wake up our spine. So we'll drop your head, arch your spine high, let your head, your neck release here. And then inhale to cow pose. Drop your belly, look up. Exhale, cat. Or we should inhale cat. Or exhale cat. Just move with your breath. Breathe in cow. And then exhale cat. Then cow. And cat. Oh yeah, that feels good. And then widen your knees, heels together. Come back to your first child pose this morning. And snuggle down. Feel your body here. You feel your lower spine. The muscles all around your abdomen, and breathe. Deepen your breath. And then walk your fingers, staying low to the right. Reminding yourself this is always a great pose to come to if you're ever doing yoga and it's just too much and you need to catch your breath. So come on over to the other side, although this is a nice gentle class this morning. Breathe deep. Come back to the center. And then using your arms, pull yourself back up to tabletop. And then go to your first downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. So stay here and check yourself out. Are your fingers spread? Are your hips lifted high? And just have a nice soft knee to begin. So pedal your feet down, one heel down and then the other, and just feel that nice stretch in the back of your legs. While allowing yourself to be upside down. And notice your eyes are looking at one spot behind you, so begin working on your focal point. Keeping your eyes very focused. Now bring your knees down and come to cow pose. Inhale. Exhale, child's pose. Begin moving with your breath. Big inhale to cow. Drop your belly. Spread your collarbones wide. Look up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Roll your toes under and lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Inhale to plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Good, beautiful plank. Inhale to cow. Look up. Exhale, child's pose. Cow pose. Breathe in. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Plank pose on the inhale. Downward facing dog. One more time, right through that. Cow. Fill up your lungs. Empty your lungs, child. Fill up your lungs, cow. Downward facing dog. Plank pose. Stay here in plank pose for 3 breaths, knowing you can always come down to your knees. But press through your heels, press the crown of your head forward, hug your belly in, and hug your thighs together too, just for extra strength. Breathe here. And one more deep breath in. On the exhale, slowly lower to the ground. And come up to cobra. Stay in your cobra for a moment. Hug your elbows in. Press the top of your feet down. Broaden your shoulders and breathe. Plant your hands down. Press yourself back up to plank or tabletop. And back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Stay here for a couple breaths. Connecting with that long, deep breath that we're practicing today. Now come down on your knees. Come all the way up. Stretch your fingers up over your head. We're going to something called gate pose. So bring your foot out to the side and press it down. So press all four corners of your foot down and lift your fingers up here. So as you exhale, pull your belly in so your lower ribs are coming out. So you're not just like sprawling out. Good. Use your breath. Now bring the same hand down on your thigh and we're just going to do a gentle side stretch. Feels a little different than we started with this morning. So just breathe here. This is called gate pose. Maybe take your gaze up to the ceiling and feel the stretch in your body here and breathe into that area. An area that we often just hold stress, emotions. Good. Deeper breathing. Slowly come back up. Inhale and bring your hands to your heart. Bring your fingertips down to the floor, keeping your heart lifted, and just switch legs. Ever so carefully and gently press your other foot out to the side and lift yourself up. Clamp that foot down. Like feel it when you do that, or even opening your hips. Now activate your fingers. And breathe deep, stretching your sides, like lift through your sides, and reminding yourself in all of yoga, you're always wanting to stretch up through your sides. Keep your spine long, breathe in, and then bring one hand down and just stretch over ever so gently. And if you feel a pinch always coming out of it, just listening to your body. Yoga is listening to your body. Your body loves all these stretches. Really opening up. Even here, you're opening your intercostal muscles, the muscles between your ribs that don't get stretched. Those breathing muscles, your diaphragm opening up. Breathe into that area as well. Strengthening just your inside muscles through your breath. We don't usually get to those muscles in just regular running, and although all that's good for you. Stretch up high and feel your long spine here. Feel your balance, even practicing your balance here. Noticing that when you use two eyes on one spot, it helps you to stay better balanced. And then bring your fingers down. Bring your knee back in. Just kind of making a turn on my mat here. Back to downward facing dog. Now walk your feet up to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Pull your shoulders back, knees slightly bent. Good. Yeah, flat back. Exhale, fold. Let your body hang. Let's try that again. Inhale, halfway lift, open up. Beautiful. Exhale, fold. Now press your feet down and rise all the way up. All the way up. Hands come up over your head. And bring your hands to your heart. Bring your hand, inhale up. Stay here. Grab hold of your left wrist and allow yourself to go to the right. Or just either wrist you want to. Once again, a gentle side stretch. So press, make sure both feet are pressing down, slight bend. always soft at the knees, but pull your abdomen in on every exhale. You're teaching your abs to do the work. Come back up to the center, inhale, get long. Grab your opposite wrist and allow gravity to take you to the other side. Kind of starting right here, sort of how we started. Just a gentle side stretch and opening again those intercostals that we forget about around our ribs. Really deep into that area. Come back to the center, inhale. And bring your hands to your heart. Big stretch up, inhale. Exhale, fold your body over, bend in your knees. Inhale, halfway lift. And plank pose. Come to your plank pose. Take a deep breath in your plank pose. Feel your strength, shoulders over your wrists. Good. Lower to the ground. Breathe in, cobra. Lift your heart up, shoulders back. Exhale, lower. Press yourself back up to plank. And back to downward facing dog. So what we just did is called a chaturanga. It helps us to flow through our poses. All right, lift your right leg high. Now step your right foot between your hands and help it if you need to. And come down on your back knee. And lift up. So your right foot is forward, 90-degree angle, and even here, hug your thighs toward the center, toward your midline, and notice you're lifting through your sides today. Practicing that, your fingers are activated, and your focal point is keeping straight ahead of you with your long, smooth breath. So your right leg is in front of you. Grab your left wrist and allow your body to go to the side here. A little bit more difficult. Breathe here, really stretch up through your fingers. Opening up your left rib. Go ahead and look up to the ceiling in this little side stretch. Breathe. Deepen your breath. Up to the center, inhale, stretch up high, and bring your hands down to the outside of your foot and just straighten your front leg or pull your hips back to get that straight. And then lift your front toe and see if you can point your toe back towards you. Excellent. So even here, come up on your fingertips and feel your long spine here. And breathe into the back of that leg. Deepen your breath. Maybe sit your hips back even more to feel a different stretch. Good. And then come on forward. Straighten your back leg. Back to plank pose. Take a big breath in. Slowly lower to the ground. Lift up for cobra. Lift up. Lower down. And then press yourself back up to plank pose and back to downward facing dog. And lift your left leg right away. Lift it up. And then step your left leg between your hands. And lower your back knee. Yeah. And then bring yourself all the way up. Stretch here. Now grab a hold of your right wrist and bend to the left. But don't just allow gravity to just take you, like, be in it. Get long and strong first. Like, feel your thighs. You can actually feel your whatever's touching the ground pressing down. And then just lean. Keep stretching and leaning. Gravity wants us to go that way. And And feel your intercostals opening up as you lean to your right rib cage. And now actually visualize your diaphragm with every exhale. Coming up. With every inhale, it's dropping and allowing more oxygen into your ribs. With every exhale, your diaphragm pushes up, pushes it out. It's amazing the human body. And then bring your hands down in front of you. And straighten your front leg. So pull your hips back. Good. And flex your toe. So even here, come up on your fingertips. Feel your long spine. Look at one thing again in front of you to help your focus in life, not only on the mat, but off the mat. Training your brain to stay in it, even when it's hard. Breathe deep. And then slowly come forward. Bring your hands to the side. Straighten your back leg. Feel the strength of your back leg. And then lift your front foot. And come back to plank. Breathe in, strong in plank. Beautiful, lower to the ground. Breathe in, cobra. Exhale, lower, and then get to downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Lift your hips high here. Let your head hang low. Breathe deep. Walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower. And then rise all the way up. Stretch your hands up over your head. And bring your hands to your heart. Good. We're going to do tree pose. So bring your foot up and place it on the inside. Use your hands if you need. Find your tree, but open your hip here and stretch your fingers high. So even here, stretch through your sides to get long and feel that length in your sides that you're stretching up. You're actually pressing down and stretching up at the same time. And press that standing foot, the bent knee, into your thigh or your calf. Continue to open it up. And then slowly switch sides. Lower your foot down. Lift your other leg up. Open it up. Use your hands if you need it. Mindfully opening your hips. And then stretch through your sides. Long, deep stretches. Breathe deep. Slowly lower down. Good. Take your, wow, time goes by so fast. All right, step. I guess we gotta go down to the floor. Our 30 minutes is almost up. Okay, come on down. And stay here a moment. Pull your shoulders back. Lift your fingers. Just come through a boat pose this morning. Lift your heart. Breathe deep. And then lower your feet and lower yourself all the way down on your back. Good. And windshield your wiper your legs, so allow bringing both knees together to begin, feet together. Allow your knees to go to the right. And then bring them back up to the center. And allow them to go to the left. Bring it back up to the center. This time, allow your knees to go to the right. And take your gaze to the left. And see if you can snuggle both shoulders down here. And stay in this twist. Just breathe deep here. And then come back to the middle and allow both knees to go the opposite direction. And open up to the other side. Breathe deep into the area needed. Deepen your breath. And come back to the center. Lengthen out your feet. Stretch your fingers over your head, back to where we started. Get really long and strong and tall. And then bring your hands down to your side. And stay here and have full relaxation. Close your eyes. And relax all around your eyes, your mouth. And just let your breath come back to its normal state. Be aware of it still. Be aware of the rise and the fall of your body with your breath. And then slowly roll to your side. And come up to a seated position. Press yourself up. And sit tall. Here. Open your palms, open your shoulders. Take a couple breaths here, like setting your intention for the day. What do you need? What do you want to happen? Maybe you just want to bring in joy. I am joyful, focused, confident, peaceful, relaxed, whatever it is you want. We're all working on something. Bring your hands up over your head, stretch your fingers, and then bring your hands to your heart. May you have a beautiful day today. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.